Ominous, but putting it in perspective for us, what would a beyond catastrophic flood on the scale of Harvey look like here in Washington? Well, we asked Scott Broom to find the best scientists and learn they do not have an answer.
Ask a science question, get a wooden pole in the ground here at Great Falls Park on the Virginia side. Remember, this pole is on top of the cliff overlooking Great Falls here on the Potomac River, so it took a lot of water just to get this far. Okay, so here it is, Hurricane Agnes in 1972, about head high on me, and I'm 6 feet. It came with about 10 to 15 inches of rain, and this wasn't even the worst. The worst one is way up there, 10 feet above the ground here, 1936. In 1936, there was only 5 or 6 inches of rain, but there was a lot of melting snow involved, and no one really knows how many inches of precipitation that added up to. The 1936 flood put the Navy Yard in the area that is Joint Base Bowling underwater. Here's a computer-generated model of the 1936 flood. Georgetown, Haines Point, Alexandria, the Navy Yard, all flooded, worse than even Agnes. Okay, so let's go to the tail of the tape for some comparisons. Hurricane Agnes, that was at worst 15 inches of rain. That is below my knee here. 1936, 5 or 6 inches of rain with some melting snow. We really don't know what the number is. But Harvey, we are talking about up to forecast of 50 inches of rain. 50. That's up to my chest right here, and more than 3 times the rain that came with Hurricane Agnes in our region. What might happen in our region? The scientists who created the model I show you said nobody has ever run the numbers because, frankly, it is unthinkable. Unthinkable, just like Harvey. This tweet from the National Weather Service said, quote, "all impacts unknown and beyond anything ever experienced." Folks, that tweet is the equivalent of the National Weather Service just throwing its hands in the air, admitting defeat. They just have no idea, which itself is unthinkable. So there never has been a model run for a Harvey-sized flood here in the D.C. region, but I can guarantee you one thing, if it ever happened, the water would be a lot deeper than the top of this pole, and a lot more of Washington would be flooded than in 1936. At the Great Falls Park in Virginia, Scott Broom, WUSA 9.
Bad is an understatement. The creators of the computer model that Scott showed you said it would take a supercomputer run of at least 2 days to come up with a projection for a Harvey-sized flood in D.C.